Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Nerd Soup. I am Bo Oliver, joined here today by Teddy, and we are back for The Mandalorian Season 2, Chapter 13, The Jedi.
You know this is no place for a child. Wherever I go, he goes. So I've heard.
Big episode.
Yes, it is.
I feel honored that you picked me over Aaron.
Well, Aaron actually had that's the thing, he celebrates whenever Mandalorian comes out, so he gets really drunk, and then the next morning he's like C-3PO in The Phantom Menace, just stumbling in.
He's got to start reeling it back.
Yeah. Well, he gets excited, man. He's like, it's
Can't
fun.
blame him.
It's Mando, Baby Yoda. We learned his name in this episode. I guess that's
Grogu?
that's the first thing that we should talk about. What do you think about the name?
I didn't mind it.
It was divisive.
I didn't mind it. I mean, it's his name. I mean, relax. Why? Because there's no Y in it?
I think, yeah, some people wanted Yodi, a play on Yoda.
A little corny.
Yeah, it was a Star Wars name. It was silly.
Yeah.
It was cute when Mando called him Grogu and he looked at him. Made
like,
that little noise.
Finally, guy.
Yeah, finally. You've been calling me kid. Yeah, but no, it was a very big episode, from learning Baby Yoda's real name to the first live-action appearance of Ahsoka Tano, a beloved character from the animated series, and just also all the lore drops throughout this episode. Some character names.
Huge Easter eggs all through this episode.
Yeah, definitely. And it was written and directed by Dave Filoni, and he comes from the cartoons, and he's been involved with this series since season 1. So I think that he truly understands the roots of Star Wars, and he really combined those two aesthetics in this episode, the old samurai movies with the Western vibes. And it was perfect in this episode with Mando and Ahsoka teaming up.
Dude, between both of them, Favreau and Filoni, they're doing one hell of a job with this series.
They're doing like CPR, ER, yeah. They're the two surgeons.
I think, those two running the whole hospital.
Telling people, like, I need a surgeon thing.
I think that one scene when we finally saw Ahsoka, that was probably the best shot, I think, of the series. When she opens up the sabers.
Yeah, when she appears behind them.
Yeah.
Well, that whole opening sequence, the whole color palette, that greeny, dark color palette with all the trees as silhouettes and Ahsoka just using the Force as stealth. And she felt like an older Ronin Jedi.
Dude, it's showing how badass the Jedi are.
Right.
Because we haven't seen them. People are still scared of the Jedi.
Well, that's the thing. The character, the Magistrate, I guess she is a pupil of Grand Admiral Thrawn. Ahsoka called Thrawn her master, so she would be familiar with the Jedi. I guess she would have that knowledge.
But master in what though? Who was her master?
Well, he was just a general that worked for the Empire.
So
and
just
he was known
teachings?
for being he was known for being very ruthless, very cunning. So yeah,
he's got to know a lot then if he's that bad.
He's got deep connections, and we saw that the way that she was ruling over this planet. I mean, typical warlord. That goes back to the samurai films as well. A Ronin trying to dispose of a warlord.
Real quick, I want to know what. Well, I'm curious to find out what Ahsoka's mission is right now, because if she's not with liberating these towns, because she was ready to let all these guys die, unless that was just a play, but if she's not with liberating these towns, like, what is her plan then?
Well, that's the thing. It's a spoiler for Rebels. So if you want to watch Rebels, you haven't seen it, but I'm going to spoil it for you.
Yeah, go.
She's looking for Ezra, who was another Force user that she also trained, that she knew from Rebels.
Okay.
Now, I haven't seen Rebels, so I may be wrong about some of the details, but I'm pretty sure that's who she's looking for.
Oh.
And that Thrawn may be the key to finding Ezra.
Because she wasn't with trading Grogu. So if her plan isn't to restore the Jedi Order, then what is her plan? Like, she wants to kill the Sith, and that's it?
Right, and that's the thing. Ahsoka, at the end of Clone Wars, she does leave the Jedi. So I think it was half of she senses the fear in Grogu. She doesn't want him to go down the path of becoming Darth Grogu. And also, I guess she's not a part of the Jedi. She's not a card-carrying member anymore.
She is, though. Come on.
So
she's doing shit like that? You're not a Jedi anymore?
Well, I have to imagine Mando is just like another planet. Like, gas isn't cheap.
Someone take this kid off my hands, please. I'm fucking sick of this.
I forget the name of the planet, but if you sit him atop the Jedi temple and he reaches out through the Force, then another Jedi may find him.
I might sound stupid, but isn't that what Rey did with Luke when she went dark real quick? Like, the second she saw the dark side, she went dark. And that's when Luke freaked out.
Yeah, no, it always happens. It's a reoccurring theme in Star Wars.
But it's like...
But they're always like, I can't train you, and then they train you.
I don't get it. They have fears, like, just... train them better. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a whole problem with the schooling of the Jedi. I think that's why Ahsoka's like, listen, I can't train him as a Jedi because they suck.
I'm not with it.
I don't believe in that. Yeah. I mean, who do you think that Jedi could be? It could be Ezra.
It's Windu.
You think it's Mace
I
Windu?
put my life on it as Windu.
Well, I think that is canon that he survived the fall, right?
Hey, man, no body, no death. That's what I say.
That's a rule in Star Wars.
Yeah.
So Boba Fett, are you kidding me? They brought back Boba. Imagine an old, bearded, scarred up Mace Windu.
Oh, my God.
Seeing a baby Yoda. Because they were best friends, you know?
He might shit.
That whips out that purple lightsaber, man.
Master Windu, how pleasant of you to join us.
This party's over.
I mean, not to get too far away from this episode, but the stormtroopers, the dark troopers that they were hinting at in the previous episode with Moff Gideon, if they're force sensitive, then Mando's screwed. He can't take on 20 force sensitive troopers. So you would need somebody. I mean, it could be Luke Skywalker. I think Luke Skywalker is going to show up at the end
I think
of this.
that was their way of getting Luke into it, saying a Jedi would come. That a Jedi will come opens up everyone.
Yeah,
you know?
Seriously, yeah.
It's a good out. I'll take it.
Jedi is plural.
Yeah.
Never forget that.
But
what did you think about the interactions between Grogu and Mando?
I loved it, man. It felt pure. You can tell how
That's
bad.
a good way to put it.
You can tell how bad she wanted to train him and get it going. She just knows that she can't do it.
And even those conversations where they're kind of just communicating with vibes through the Force.
Mind melting each other?
Yeah. Her facial expressions.
She's happy, bro.
Yeah. She's happy to see another Force user. And, of course, the memories that she had training under Yoda. To get the name drop of Yoda, to me, that just filled me up
I
with joy.
giggled, bro. I was watching with Elaine. I was like, please say his name. Say it. Say it. Say it.
Didn't say Anakin's name, but they said Yoda's name, so that was good enough for me.
They lured enough to it because I just found out that Ahsoka was Anakin's Padawan. I didn't know that, which can also explain why she doesn't want to train him. She doesn't want to see that again.
Right, yeah. And she wasn't there for when Anakin fully turned to Darth Vader, but just having that relationship, knowing what he became, that's the thing. It's either change your way of teaching or don't train them.
Right.
They're like, Jedi don't deal in absolutes. That sounds like an absolute to me.
Yeah, exactly.
And, when you talked about that they would have to suppress their fears, and they even tell them to suppress what they love, because that's what fear stems from. It's the fear of losing something that you love. We saw in this moment, it's when Mando takes out that spear. It's when Grogu really responds to him, when he calls him his name, when he has a kinder voice. Like you said, it was a very pure moment.
It's like his father, man. And
right.
That's the fear she's talking about, because now he could be scared to lose Mando. If Mando goes, then what? Grogu goes off the deep end?
Yeah. He just turns into Grogu Manson.
I was doing some research too. Anakin, Yoda, I keep calling him Yoda. I was doing some research, and Grogu arrived at the Jedi Temple around the same time as Anakin.
Okay, yeah. Well, we forgot to mention that Grogu was there at the Jedi Temple. Yeah, so they said yes to Grogu, but no to Anakin.
Exactly.
Well, until Obi-Wan just basically forced them to train him.
But that's interesting. Was there two chosen ones, and they just picked Anakin? So is Grogu?
No, I think Anakin,
like an all-time great right now.
I think Grogu definitely has all-time potential, and they even mentioned that he was trained.
Yeah.
Even as a baby, that he was trained by masters, but I guess his physical limitations.
Who trained him though? I want to know who trained him.
Yeah. But even getting that piece of information, tying that into the prequels, I mean, we have the famous scene of Anakin walking in to kill the younglings. So
someone snagged them.
Everyone's been photoshopping him in the background, hiding behind chairs and
funny.
shit.
I wonder if someone on the inside, unless maybe.
Well, I saw one theory that Mace Windu was the one who saved Grogu.
Okay.
Because I guess with Yoda's species, I guess there's so few of them, and they don't really know much about them.
But is Yoda's species strictly Jedi? Like, did they just breed Jedis on?
We don't know.
Planet?
Yeah, there's been theories about that maybe they're just force-sensitive beings that naturally they have that potential. Unlike, I guess, stupid humans.
I saw another theory that the librarian took Grogu.
Okay, yeah. Everyone was always wondering what happened to that librarian.
Yeah. Apparently, she has there's lore canon that she has a whole list of force-sensitive people.
Right. Yeah, and I guess that's where the Empire got the names of Force users.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everyone wants to see that show. That spinoff, man. Darth Vader hunting the Jedi.
I'll take that.
That's Aaron's big.
Yeah.
What did you think about the final fight scene between the Magistrate and Ahsoka in this episode?
That was a good fight scene. I thought maybe she would handle her. I didn't know the Magistrate would be that tough to handle. I didn't know she's got some moves.
Well, once again, reminiscent of the old samurai movies, reminded me of the scene.
The standoffs is nice, man.
Yeah, the standoff, right? Waiting for the other one to make the move.
Yeah.
The Beskar spear, great reference to Game of Thrones, because they gave Oberyn his spear.
Nice.
Yeah, don't hesitate next time. But it reminded me of the fight, going back to the fight, of the final fight at the end of Kill Bill 1 between Lucy Liu and Uma Thurman. And I enjoyed it. When it got aggressive, they were throwing blows there.
They weren't
the lightsaber
doing,
and the spears were clashing.
I like that they're not doing crazy choreographed.
Yeah.
Where it's like these slight moves, like it's like each one gets their own shot quick.
Yeah, it feels more realistic. There's power behind these blows, that there's resistance when it's too over choreographed. There's at times that works, especially with Mando, because he's got all the gadgets and the armor.
You can't. It's nearly impossible to make him like a ninja in those in that armor, which was nice with that little funny standoff outside with both of them with their guns.
Right. Yeah.
Like, guy, you were dying regardless. it seems like you won.
The Magistrate's right-hand man, played by Michael Biehn, and Diana Lee Inosanto playing the Magistrate I thought she was very good.
Yeah, she was convincing.
Yeah, she was imposing. I enjoyed the interactions between them when they were fighting, or when she was on the wall talking to Ahsoka. And the setting of this episode, it reminded me of the Chapter 10 planet, where it felt just very Force sensitive. There was a lot of Force stuff going on.
Yeah, I got strong Dagobah vibes from that.
Yes,
and
definitely.
Even when Ahsoka took Grogu to go train, they even went to like a greenery scene.
Right,
yes. With a lot of plant life.
And that's the thing, it felt like the balance, because you would see the silhouettes of those kind of monsters in the background that never came too close to them, but it was scary.
I want to see a full fight with Ahsoka and Mando.
Yeah, their fight got stopped.
Yeah.
Somebody made a point that when he was arm wrestling Cara Dune, Baby Yoda was like, "We can't have this." He just chokes it to death. Meanwhile, Ahsoka's giving them the 1-2, and Baby Yoda's just like,
"Yeah, I mean, it's my guy. It's my Jedi."
Yeah, right. Yeah, I guess he knew.
I wonder. He's got to pick a side. I mean, it's gonna be Mando's side, right?
I don't know. How deeply invested are they going to get into the Jedi lore?
There's the thing. Would Grogu want to go train? He has to be willing to go train, too, because he has his powers where he can turn them on and off, and he just doesn't do it for Ahsoka. So if Mando left Grogu there, would he even train? I feel like he wouldn't. I feel like he wants to be with Mando.
I think that there is definitely an end game where they go their separate ways, where Grogu goes off with Luke, where we do see Luke Skywalker starting his Jedi temple and training the new younglings. Yoda got away in the first batch of youngling slaughterings, but
yo, if we end off this series where Mando hands off Grogu, I think that'd be a great way to end the Mando series.
I think we could possibly see that down the road. I don't think Baby Yoda and Mando are going anywhere at the end of this season.
No,
I
they
think
can't, right? They're too much.
Yeah, no, they've become such an iconic duo. And the premise, I just get such a kick out of it. This man, when he looks down and he's like, "What is that?" And Mando's like, "I keep it for luck."
That's so funny, those one-liners, bro. He's getting funnier, man. He's getting better.
Yes,
he's got more dialogue.
Yeah, I've said this before. They're giving him more personality, giving him a bit more humor. He's got those Star Wars one-liners now.
You think a helmet comes off this season?
I thought it was going to come off during the sequence where he was trying to get him to use the Force. That's how he was going to get Grogu to respond to him. That
would have been the way. Bro, I want to know what Moff Gideon's doing, because he's got that tracker on him. And I'm surprised that they didn't show up at this planet. I want to know how long he's going to wait, if he just wants to see what he's doing, just like for an eye on him. Gideon still wants Grogu. He's asking is the cargo still on board.
Right.
It's going to be tough. The whole Imperial fleet on you now?
Well, yeah, no, you have that Imperial fleet, and I wonder if they were scouting him out on this planet and realizing, okay.
Yeah, not much going on here.
Yeah, there's not much going on, so it's probably a little vacation. Let him relax.
Relax.
Meanwhile, they're on a war-torn Civil War planet. He never gets a chance to chill. And I think Rosario Dawson, a lot of people wanted to see Ashley Eckstein, the voice actor who voiced Ahsoka in the cartoons, get the chance to come to live action. But I thought she looked great under the makeup. It's always a challenge when you have, they always say the green skin color is the hardest.
Yeah.
I can't imagine orange is easy either. But it looked real to me. I never doubted that this was Ahsoka.
I think she looked good. I mean, she played it great. I looked at side by side from this Clone Wars to this, and it looks pretty much spot on. Just the tentacles, maybe, but I didn't mind the tentacles.
Yeah, I know some Star Wars fans were complaining about that they weren't long enough, but they said that they kept them short for stunt work, and because it looks more realistic.
Yeah,
I thought the tentacles, the brain tentacles, looked okay. They looked real. Like I said, nothing made me. I never got Tarkin in Rogue One vibes where I'm like, that's not Ahsoka.
Right.
This is just Rosario Dawson in makeup. No, that was Ahsoka. And I thought her performance, she conveyed that old weathered Jedi wisdom where she had seen a lot, obviously, through her travels.
She's just using what she has now to get her job done. She's not trying to push anything forward. She just wants to do her. And
she's on a similar quest to Mando.
Do you like the white lightsaber?
Oh yeah, I do love it. I thought, and especially in
Silky
this
smooth,
episode,
bro. I love
it is real smooth, and it looked great. You made the point too in the beginning where you can only basically see the lightsaber.
Yeah.
Because everything was so dark. You can kind of see an Ahsoka outline, but then when she was just chopping people up, it was great. You know what I
badass,
loved?
man. She's
Yeah.
badass.
When she cut that one dude and also sliced right through the bell.
Yep.
And the bell dropped. Just put the whole fucking town on notice.
That was a great move too with Mando's shield.
Yeah,
She tossed it.
yeah.
Your bounty hunter failed.
I did enjoy that one guy who was trying to be a hero, even though he had no powers or weapons.
The one that Mando saw with the kids and he pushed him away. And
Yeah.
begging him, don't talk to me.
Yeah, he's like, listen,
God,
dude, I
I'm
don't
not
want
with
any
this,
trouble. Those electrical, what they were being like,
If they lean
crucified.
forward, if they
Okay.
lean forward, they get shocked and they got to stand up straight. That's horrible.
that's always your favorite villain, just evil.
Well, that's what I love, just straight evil.
Yeah,
no,
you love
no
that.
good side. I just want a straight evil guy. No Thanos. Showing a soft spot to Gamora.
No, so yeah. That from my perspective, I'm right.
Yeah,
The Magistrate's like, I know I'm wrong, but I don't give a fuck.
I will kill every last one of you.
I saw a lot of people calling this the best episode of both seasons. I think it's definitely one of their top episodes, and I've heard that it's going to get really crazy, that it's truly going to be a spectacle. And I can't wait because they set up some really interesting things, and it's going to be explosive.
Yeah,
no
I'm
matter
all
what.
for it. I'm all for it. I can't wait. They did a great job introducing the Jedi because that couldn't have been easy. Like getting the Jedi back into a Jedi-less show. And wanted to stray away from the Jedi. But I think they did a great job, and I'm excited for what's coming.
Yeah, and I think you did a great job, coming in,
You think so?
having been on only one episode review.
Yeah, I thought it was a little weak, but I'll take that.
Okay, well, if we'll just redo it.
We don't got to do that.
Yo, scrap that? Well, would you look at that? It's finally over. Hey guys, Bo Oliver here for one final send-off. Now, before I beg you guys to like and share this video, I'd like to thank our very special Patreon pledgers. We are very proud of the community we've been able to build here at NerdSoup, and it would not have been possible without our Patreon supporters. You guys are the true MVPs of this channel. Everything I've said, you keep the fridge full, you keep the lights on. There aren't enough words to thank you guys, but we'll do it anyway. Thank you. And we have a few videos coming up that have been suggested to us by Patreon pledgers. My Hero Academia, Neon Genesis Evangelion, and Full Metal Alchemist will be reviewed by Marissa and yours truly, and Castlevania, which will be reviewed by Marissa and Aaron. And if you'd like to consider donating to our Patreon page, you can visit patreon.com/nerdsoup and check out some of the rewards we offer to our listeners. And really, we'd like to thank everyone who takes the time out of their day to watch our videos. Patreon pledger or not, your support is what keeps us motivated to keep giving the world our opinions on movies and TV shows and video games and pop culture, even though no one asked for it. We're still here, we're still yapping, and we hope you continue to join us. I'm Bo Oliver, and I support this message.